Hey guys, it's Shaan, and today I'm going to be reviewing the LG G8 ThinQ. But before we go ahead and get started, make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe and turn on post notifications to see exactly when I post a new video. But other than that, let's get started. So looking at the box, right on the front it says LG G8 ThinQ. It looks very nice and minimal. Towards the side it says, hey Google, 128 gigabytes to show some specs. It also says the meter and audio towards the back and all of the little things it does, as the DTS sound is still in here. So if you always plug in a headphone, that's always good. Now when you open up the box itself, it comes with the actual LG sized microfiber cloth, but it's actually pretty cool. And then the phone itself. Underneath that you get a 2-year warranty for LG. What's special to the LG G8 over here, you get a free second year. Underneath that you get the actual box containing a couple of other items. Then you get the power and also the USB-C cable. Now looking a little bit more into the microfiber cloth that comes with it, it is actually the exact same size as the screen of the LG G8 ThinQ. What is always nice to have, and it's just another way to go ahead and clean up the front of the screen. Looking at the power, it is a normal North American standard with the USB to the side and provides 21 watts of power, so you can quickly charge using Quick Charge 3.0. This is the USB-C cable, nice and long, so you can always travel with it, always use it. What's great, now inside the box that came in the other box comes a SIM card ejection tool and a quick start guide. What's always nice, but anyways, I will go through everything in here. The LG G8 ThinQ comes with air motion, hand ID, crystal sound, and also an OLED screen. I'm going to be taking a little bit more of a look to it after, and I will show you a little bit more. It comes also with the Qualcomm Snapdragon. Now towards the front of the actual screen, you guys get the camera, the Z camera. Towards the side is the power button, the SIM and SD card slot. What is really nice to have still, you get the volume buttons and also a Google button with a microphone to the side, a noise cancelling mic towards the top, and towards the bottom headphone jack, microphone, USB-C, and also the speakers. Towards the back you get the 2 cameras, an LED flashlight, and also the fingerprint sensor. Turning on the phone itself is actually really quick, thanks to the actual new Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 that is in the LG G8, what is always nice to have. And it also has a 3500 milliamp hour battery to power on the LG G8 all day, and also if you don't use it that much, it will power it for 2 days if you want. It also has IP68 water and dust resistant. It has 6 gigabytes of RAM. Like I said before, it has 128 gigabytes of storage built in, what is always nice to have. As you can see, the new OLED screen looks amazing. It has a 6.1 inch quad HD screen, what is always nice to have. It supports up to 2 terabytes of micro SD cards and a couple of other things. It does have FM radio, air motion, and Bluetooth 5.0, what is always great to have, with standard features like NFC and all of that. Now opening up apps all around, you can see really quickly everything opens up thanks to that Snapdragon 855 processor and the 6 gigabytes of RAM that it comes with, what is always nice. As you can see, everything loads up really quickly. It also comes with Android 9.0 Pie preloaded immediately. Now for the cameras itself, as you can see, the rear has 2 different cameras. The first one being a 12 megapixel camera with an aperture of f1.8. It has optical image stabilization and can record up to 4K at 60 frames per second, what is really cool. The second camera is a 16 megapixel wide angle camera at f1.9, what is really nice to have. And for the front camera, it has an 8 megapixel, just normal size f1.7 camera, what is always great to have. As you can see, I'm just going around through the settings over here, facing it back to the front, back to the back. It has many different modes like AI, portrait, studio for different uses if you want to blur the background behind you, what is always really cool, and also if you want to use beauty mode. Zooming in is really good. And also, like I said, it goes back into the wide angle lens, what really helps if you're trying to do a group photo or a just larger image. And I will show you an example of it in a little bit. Now, the front camera is great, although you cannot zoom, what I was actually pretty surprised on, but I mean, that's not really such a bad thing. Not only that, the front camera is limited to 1080p recording. So, I mean, the front camera is okay for video, but I would recommend using the back camera. 1080p is obviously really good, but having that 4K 60 or just any other mode is good. For the camera itself, as you can see, I put a little miniature Hagrid over here, and I am taking a photo of it with the normal lens and also the wide angle lens. The camera itself is actually really good. You can adjust the blur in the portrait mode. What would really work better if you're using an actual human being, like a person. Other than that, it works perfectly fine. On this statue, it's okay. As you can see, it looks really nice. This is the 12 megapixel camera, very detailed, and using the wide angle, as you can see, very detailed. The subject was not in focus over here, but it is still very detailed. It captured a wider frame of reference over here, what is also really nice. Now, for the fingerprint scanner, I would not recommend using Secure Startup unless you do want to enter in your password every time you boot up your device. For me, it's a little bit annoying, but other than that, it's okay if you want to. It's an extra piece of security. Other than that, just set up a pin, and using the fingerprint to the back is very easy. It goes right where your hand is really placed when you're holding your phone. Usually your index finger would be the one you would want to use, and it's actually really quick when you set it up. As you can see over here, I am just going through the tutorial over here, setting it up, and it's really quick. Like over here, you can see I'm literally done this in less than 30 seconds. It tells me that I am successfully done, and now I can just lock the phone and just unlock it as many times as I want. It is quite hard to show it like when I actually put my finger over there, but for the most part it is pretty quick. Sometimes it takes a couple of seconds, but for the most part it takes like 1 or 2 seconds at most. Now, not only that, there are a couple of other ways of securing your phone. The next one is face unlock using that Z camera. It has a infrared sensor in the front, what practically projects lights. As you can see over there, the red dot was flashing like crazy, and that is because it is flashing red dots all around me, as the infrared is trying to hit my face and gain a better thing. Now, this is not like a normal picture. It actually scans with the infrared sensor, so it's very secure when you're using it, what is always nice. As you can see, really quick also. You can either swipe to unlock or just let it unlock itself like most of the time. And the final one is Hand ID. And I wouldn't really recommend using this because sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Over here when I was testing it, it worked amazingly over here. It uses the TOF sensor, what is really nice, and the camera and the infrared all at the same time, what is really cool. It really only works when your phone is on the table. Other than that, if you pick up your phone and try putting your hand to it, it doesn't really work that well. And when I had changed lighting situations, what usually shouldn't affect IR or TOF sensors, but it does use the camera, and depending on the lighting, I would recommend using it in a brighter scenario, because when I went somewhere else, it didn't seem to want to work, what was quite annoying. So I wouldn't really recommend using the Hand ID, but it's always an option for you. And one of the last features that the LG does have is wireless charging. It does have fast wireless charging, what is really nice to have. It charges at 9 watts, so this charger will charge it immediately. If you want to see videos like that, I do have those also. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did like the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure to go ahead and share it with your family and friends, and subscribe and turn on post notifications to see exactly when I post a new video. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you guys in my next video.